Welcome to the RadioU podcast. I'm Hudson.
And I'm Allie.
Coming up, a mac and cheese money laundering scheme at the last place you'd expect.
Also, is a rocket about to hit the moon?
All that and more on the way next. It was possibly the biggest playoff blowout of all time last night. 8772 RadioU, the RadioU app. You can use the talkback button. The Knicks absolutely demolished the Hawks. Allie, have you ever seen anything like this?
No. So I was getting ready to take a bath last night, and I was like, oh, let me check the NBA scores because I knew the Knicks-Hawks game had already started and the 76ers-Celtics game was about to start. And I put ESPN on my phone, and I see the score, and I think I even screenshot it and sent it to my dad. And I was like, what in the world is happening? So at that point, it was 72-22.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
The Knicks went on a 35-6 run in the first quarter.
Yeah.
And obviously, they just never looked back.
No, and the Hawks just couldn't hit the side of a barn.
They took the Hawks' heart right out of their body in front of the home crowd. It was in Atlanta.
Yeah.
And an embarrassing, I don't know at what point, how many points you have to be down when you're the Hawks in a do or die game where you still give up because you're down so far that there's just no absolute chance. But the Knicks wound up winning by 51 points.
Yeah.
140-89.
Yeah, that is absolutely insane. So I was not expecting that.
Even in the regular season in the NBA, when people are like, oh, one team isn't trying or whatever, it's never this bad.
No.
It's not. This doesn't happen. A 50-point win in the NBA.
In the playoffs.
In the playoffs, no less.
Yeah, we see 50-point wins all the time in the regular season because teams truly aren't trying in the regular season sometimes. Or there could be injuries. There could be some team getting hot from three. But to see this in the playoffs and to see such a massive difference, 72-22, it's just what in the world is happening to Atlanta? Total crumble.
Yeah, it's hard to explain because it's just nothing I've ever seen in my time before. The Hawks weren't the only team embarrassed last night, though. Also, the Nuggets get sent home to the shorthanded Timberwolves, who advanced to play the Spurs. My championship pick, the Nuggets, are out. I'm really disappointed. I don't know what went wrong with the Nuggets this year.
I'm not entirely sure what went wrong with the Nuggets. I picked them to beat the Timberwolves in 5 games. That didn't happen, obviously. So that's my big error in my NBA pick'em bracket right now. But yeah, I'm not really sure what happened. The Timberwolves kind of came out of nowhere.
Yeah, Nikola Jokic had gotten injured, but he kept playing. But I think a lot of people attributed he hadn't seemed quite up to his self, but still
he made Gobert look incredibly good at this series.
And the Wolves had no Anthony Edwards. They didn't have a part, for some of the series.
Nene thought they were done. He thought they were done after these injuries. And so, and I think a lot of people probably thought the same thing. But no, the Timberwolves were able to finish out the series and looked pretty good doing so.
Now we're in for tonight is going to be one of the all-time just best nights of sports of the year because you get 6 between the NHL and NBA do or die playoff games. And so we'll get to the NHL at another point. But Allie, we already get one Game 7. That'll be Sixers Celtics on Saturday. How many other Game 7s? Who stays alive tonight?
I have a feeling Cavs Raptors is going to go 7 now.
Yeah, 100%.
Because the home team just keeps winning.
Yeah.
And so I have a feeling that'll go back to Cleveland.
And even the games the Cavs win, they don't seem very convincing.
The first 2 games at home, they won by quite a bit. But after the 2 games in Toronto, they have looked different. And so if you would have asked me how the series was going to go with just those first 2 games on the slate, I'd have been I think they can win this in 5 or 6. And they still have a chance to win it in 6, but I think it's going to be incredibly tough in Toronto to finish it out. So I have a feeling that'll go 7. I don't know about is the Pistons and Magic, is this Game 7 for them?
No, it's Game 6, but the Magic can close it out at home, which I think they will.
I kind of think they will, yeah.
But
we will get Celtics and 76ers going to 7, which I know you and Nene were very high on the Celtics.
Yeah.
But yeah.
If I'm being honest with you, I think whoever wins that Game 7 probably comes out of the East.
You think the 76ers could win the entire Eastern Conference?
Which other team in the East do you like right now? I guess the
none
Knicks,
of them.
right? Yeah.
None of them, but that's what I meant by the whole it's wide open thing. So I don't think you can even say whoever wins that series is like the clear favorite to win.
I don't think they're the clear favorite, but I think they will win.
We've been talking a lot about the moon lately with our in-space updates, and this is another update about the moon. Specifically, something that might crash into the moon.
Uh-oh.
That is a SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket.
Okay.
It is now predicted to crash into the moon. I did not know about this story, but I remember when the SpaceX Falcon 9 launched.
Okay.
And I remember following the launch, but I never heard, I didn't hear anything about it after that.
Yeah.
Apparently, this thing has been up in space since it launched. And
when did it launch?
It launched in 2025. I can't remember exactly when, but it's been stuck in orbit since then. So they were planning on bringing it back to Earth because SpaceX, they reuse a lot of their stuff, their rockets, their launchers, all of that. And they wanted to use this stuff again, but it's stuck up there.
And with a rocket, that's not the type of thing you would leave in space. Typically.
No.
Either you may not be able to reuse it, but you usually want it to fall back to Earth, return back to Earth somewhere.
Exactly. Like satellites, maybe you keep up there because it's too hard to bring them back down. But as a rocket, you're planning to use that again, or you're going to use the parts. You're not going to keep that up in space.
Yeah.
But this thing got stuck somehow in an elliptical orbit, which I'm not even sure what exactly that means. If that means it's going in the opposite direction, it should.
Well, elliptical would be it's not circular, it's oblong, right?
Yeah. So it's doing something odd.
So that elliptical would mean it would keep getting further away.
Yeah.
Right?
I would think so. And so it's in this elliptical orbit. It's stuck there. They're not able to get it out. And now an astronomer is predicting through calculations that the speed it's going and the direction in which it's going, the orbit and all of that, it is going to crash into the moon around August 5th, 2026.
Cool.
It's going to crash into the moon.
Can we live stream that?
I know.
Sounds
I'm
awesome.
How do we get video of this?
Will we be able to see that from here?
I don't know. Because I don't know what side of the moon this would be on. The moon always faces us one way.
Right.
So I don't know. But yeah, this is wild.
Okay. I'll ask because I have to. Is that bad, though? Is this going to destroy the moon and whatever? I always know people are like, if the moon, destroyed, then the tides would go crazy and Earth would collapse.
Yeah, yeah. The moon is very helpful for us. Mm-hmm. It would not be the same Earth if we did not have the moon.
So is that something we have to worry about?
The moon is not at risk of being destroyed by the SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket.
But isn't it going Mach 7 or whatever?
It's going Mach 7, which is 5,400 miles per hour.
Uh-huh. But that sounds fast.
That's still not enough to destroy the moon somehow. So.
But the other thing is when stuff falls to Earth and it's meteors or whatever, and they're it'll burn up.
Yeah.
Before anything burns up before it can make an impact. But the moon doesn't have an atmosphere, right? So this won't burn up.
Yeah, no, this won't.
And this is designed to not burn up.
This will crash into the moon. If
the moon's
the predictions and calculations are correct, according to this astronomer, Bill Gray is the guy who's calculated this out, it will collide in August. It sounds like August 5th will be more than likely what'll happen, which is more than a year of it being up in space, just orbiting around. It's not floating. This thing is moving fast.
Yeah.
But yeah, this just overall shows how unsuccessful this mission was because SpaceX Falcon 9. So it originally had launched with 2 lunar landers, payloads, and one successfully landed on the moon, one crashed.
Okay.
And then obviously they were unsuccessful in the last stage of the mission, which is to bring the rocket back. They didn't do that. And so overall, this mission's been a little bit wah-wah.
Does SpaceX like get fined for this or anything?
I don't think they get fined, but
they're destroying our moon.
They certainly have a lot of losses, financial losses from this mission not working out like they wanted to.
Doesn't seem to be slowing them down, does it?
I don't think so.
One of the most successful horror movies of all time is coming back. 8772 Radio U, or use the talkback button in the RadioU app. Allie, you're a horror aficionado. Have you ever seen The Blair Witch Project?
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
You can't be a horror fan and not watch Blair Witch.
Even I've watched The Blair Witch Project.
Yeah.
And it is, look how successful this was. The budget was like $750,000. It was less than $1 million.
Yeah.
It made $248 million at the box office.
Yeah, the execs for any type of production company or, whatever big company, they are absolutely salivating at a ratio of profitability like that.
Yeah, that is it. I mean, 250 to 1, basically, on your return on investment. The Blair Witch Project came out in 1999, and it is now getting a reboot / sequel / we don't know exactly. But what's important about this is Blumhouse and Lionsgate are involved.
Okay.
They're the ones bringing it back. And 2 of the 3 actors that are like make up basically the cast of Blair Witch are the Blair Witch Project are involved as well.
Like the OG.
Yeah.
They're coming back.
Joshua Leonard and Michael C. Williams, who are 2 of the 3 main characters. The other one is the woman who's Heather in the movie. Her name is Ree Hance. There's no word about her involvement, but she also does she doesn't really do Hollywood stuff anymore. She lives in Maine.
Okay.
Apparently now. So she may not be involved.
That was the beauty of that cast. They felt like real people.
They did.
It feels like just regular people. Like it's a found footage film if you've never seen it.
Yeah.
So it feels real.
There's been many. I guess I'm interested how a Blair Witch sequel will work today and how they try to adapt it, because at its time it was a groundbreaking movie because it was like the first horror movie that went mainstream anyways of like presented as
found footage.
Yeah, found footage, and so people were like legitimately convinced it was real. Yeah, actually happened.
Because it does feel real. Like the acting is spectacular, and they don't go over the top with the scares. There's nothing about the scares that feels like out of this world.
Well, what's funny about it, and this is true of many other found footage films, is that kind of nothing really happens the whole time.
It's just the suspense of what you can't see that kills you.
And then it's still that scary, even though there's no there's no monsters, there's nobody no blood. It's just so it is like in that way a very good movie. But I don't know how they will make it work in our time now. Yeah,
I'm a little nervous that they want to try and dress it up a bit too much. The beauty of the Blair Witch is that it's so stripped down, and it's just it's almost bare bones of a film, but it works because of that suspense factor and the spectacular acting by a cast that no one had seen before. No one knew these people, and that's what made it work. And so if you bring those people back, we've seen them before. I mean,
they're 25 years older now.
Yeah, so are they returning to try and find the Blair Witch again?
I'm not 100% sure. Like the involvement of these guys is so now they can make some money off of this, but I don't know if they're actually going to be like in the movie, or if they're just tacked on as producers and whatever so that they can actually profit off of this, because apparently they haven't really. Okay. Or at least not the way you might expect for a movie that made $250 million on a budget of less than $1 million.
I can believe it. On such a small budget, I doubt they signed very good contracts,
A mac and cheese money laundering scheme has just been brought down in Texas, and it's at the last place you would ever suspect. 8772 Radio U, or the talkback button in the RadioU app. There was a mac and cheese money laundering scheme at Chick-fil-A, of all places. That's not supposed to happen at Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, what's going on, Chick-fil-A?
Chick-fil-A is supposed to, like, I feel like they only hire the best and brightest.
Right.
And
the
all
family-friendly environment.
Yeah, right. That's what everybody says. Everybody thinks. But this Chick-fil-A, I mean, obviously, Chick-fil-A was not involved. They are not. They are the victim of this money laundering scheme.
Okay.
In fact, but nevertheless, it was one of their employees that was carrying this out. So the story goes, in Grapevine, Texas, there's a Chick-fil-A that had an employee named Keyshawn Jones who had been fired from that Chick-fil-A.
Okay.
Now, what is unclear is the timeline of this. He definitely was carrying out this money laundering scheme at Chick-fil-A after he was fired. But it's unclear if this was an idea he had already had, if he had started doing this prior to being fired and just continued on doing it. Or if it was strictly revenge-based because he was fired.
Maybe.
But what he was doing is, what he was caught for was sneaking behind the counter, ringing up orders of mac and cheese, and I'm assuming and saying they were paid for with cash.
Yeah.
And then issuing refunds to his credit card.
Oh, no.
So he wound up, before he was finally stopped, ringing up over 800 fake orders of mac and cheese.
What?
Totaling $80,000 stolen.
Oh, my gosh. That's terrible.
And I say this every time we have like a criminal story like this. He flew too close to the sun.
Yeah.
$80,000 missing, somebody's going to notice. If your scheme might not have been so bad, and if you stopped at $800, you probably could have gotten away with it.
Maybe.
Chick-fil-A may not have noticed. You know how much money they're making every day?
Oh my gosh, yeah, they're making so much money every day.
$80,000, 800 fake orders, they are going to catch on.
Yeah, that's pretty noticeable, even if it is over a large span of time. It's like, what's all these mac and cheese orders that keep getting refunded?
And $80,000 missing too. That's gonna, even for Chick-fil-A, that's gonna be hard to,
Yeah, if you have a good accountant, they're going to be able to find that.
Yeah. So now this guy, he was arrested on April 17th. He now faces charges of theft and money laundering and evading arrest, because apparently they had been trying to catch this guy for a little bit before they finally caught up to him.
So they did catch him.
Yeah, he's caught now.
Oh, man.
Caught, arrested. He could face a prison sentence if he's convicted, which it sounds, I mean, they have surveillance footage of him doing this.
Of course.
Sounds
this guy was real bright. Definitely real bright.
Until proven guilty, but also I think he's guilty.
If we have footage, I think you can safely say he did it.
Yeah, so if he just knew when to stop. I'm telling you, criminals, listen up.
Criminals, this is why they're criminals. They don't know when to stop.
$80,000. You could have stopped at $8,000. I bet you could have gotten away with it. They probably would have been like, oh, that's weird, and moved on. But $80,000, 800 orders. They are going to catch you. They are going to want some answers.
Well, I'm glad this guy is no longer a menace at this Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, that's right. It's getting to graduation season, Allie.
Yeah.
Starting to see all those banners popping up. Of
seniors.
The proud parents with their seniors graduating. Did you have that when you were? I guess you graduated in Zambia, right?
Yeah, no, that wasn't a thing in Zambia.
I thought it was. I don't know if we didn't do that in Maryland, or if it's because I was more out in the country. But even when I would go, I worked in town and stuff, I didn't see those banners, or if that's just a more recent thing.
I feel like it's more recent, because even in my times of visiting the United States when I was younger, I don't really remember seeing these type of banners.
Yeah, well, it's nice that parents are more proud of their children.
I'm wondering if it's a COVID thing too, COVID helped escalate it.
Yeah.
Because during COVID, we weren't able to have graduations and really grad parties and celebrate the graduates, and so I think that just offered an extra opportunity to celebrate your kids, and now it's just become a trend.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah,
I like it. I wish
cute.
I had one of those banners. Allie, when I graduated high school one year, and then because I did broadcasting school instead of college, I graduated college the next year.
Nice.
And so that was cool. But one thing that happened is my church always did a graduation banquet. They would honor all the high school and
college
grads
yes.
of the year.
Mm-hmm.
And so like that you would go to this buffet. I think it was free for the people that were actually graduating, and like everybody, then there'd be like, you know, a chance for everybody to do speeches and whatever, not like the grads, but like people that were proud of them or whatever.
Right.
And so I graduated high school, and my parents had this really nice speech and whatever. It was super casual though, but they had this really nice speech, and it was really nice. And then I graduated college a year later. I got to do the banquet again, and they were like, Hudson's parents, do you have anything to say? And they're like, no, we just said it all last year.
What?
Yeah.
No.
I won't let them forget that. I won't let that forget. You can say one nice thing about me. That's it. 1 year, and that's it.
I have a kind of a similar story. So when I graduated high school, I was homeschooled for my final 3 years of high school.
Yeah.
And so we had a lot of homeschool friends in Zambia, other missionary kids, other, you know, just expat kids that we knew. And so they decided there was, I think, 6 of us all graduating the year that I graduated. So they decided to do like a little banquet for the graduates. And we get there, we have the banquet, there's dancing, there's dinner. It was almost like a senior prom.
Yeah.
And it was super fun. And at one point they do speeches, and they let the parents come up to share something about the graduates.
Yeah.
My parents had no idea they were doing that.
Oh,
so they had nothing prepared. It was so funny. Like everybody else's parents had like something written out.
Yeah,
you know, they really put a lot of thought and planning into it. My poor parents, they were like, well, we didn't know this was happening. They just come up with something on the fly.
Well, at least it was from the heart then.
It still made me cry.
Yeah, yeah. When I think back to graduating, I think of that moment when my parents didn't say it. Then, by the way, this was in front of everybody. They were like, Hudson's parents, your turn. And they're like, we said it all last year. But I think of that, but I also think of like when you're graduating. For me, I was definitely very anxious of like, I was the type of guy, I didn't move out of my parents' house right away.
Okay.
But I was looking forward to it. I was like, I want to get out. I want to move out. I want to do stuff on my own. But also in the back of your mind, you wouldn't really say this to anybody, but you're like, but I don't know if I can do it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if I'm ready.
Don't know if you're ready yet.
There's like a lot of stuff I don't know about, but I guess I'm only going to learn now by just going out and doing it.
Yeah.
And maybe you don't want to admit that about whether it's graduating or whatever. Like, you know what's the other funny thing is I thought that would stop at some point.
It doesn't really.
You get out, you move out, you get a job, you have a family and stuff, and you're like, I think, for some reason, I still feel like I'm not sure if I'm ready for all of this.
Right. There's always new things that you need to learn.
And so that just comes with a part of life. But the way to combat that a bit is having a relationship with God. To me, is holding on to God and knowing that even if you're not ready or not sure if you can actually handle these responsibilities in life and these new steps you have to take, God is going to carry you through that.
Yeah.
He's going to be with you for every step of the way. And that is a really powerful thing to think about if you're graduating or just going through any uncertainty in life.
Absolutely. Trusting in God every step of the way is the way to do it, because there are times, especially when you're young and just graduating in your first apartment on your own, whatever it may be, there's going to be times when you literally are kind of hit upside the head with something and you're like, I have no idea how to handle this.
Yeah. You never know when it's coming, but you can be prepared when it does. Just start talking to God wherever you are. Say, hey, Jesus, I need you. I need something to hold on to through all the uncertainty of life. And he'll be there. You want to know more? RadioU.com/free gift. Canada is down to one hope, and that's it. 8772-RADIO-U or the talkback button in the Radio U app, talking about how Canada only has the Montreal Canadiens left to end the Canadian curse and win a Stanley Cup for the country.
Yeah.
The Oilers, who have been in the last 2 finals, were eliminated last night by the Anaheim Ducks.
They got the axe. Although I love the Ducks, so I'm not actually that mad about it.
I like the Ducks too, but I hate their jerseys.
Okay.
They have such cool jerseys in their history, like the ones that are kind of like from the movie.
Yeah,
But instead they wear these bright orange monstrosities. And it really upsets me.
Yeah, they should just look like the Mighty Ducks. That's what they should look like.
Yeah, I don't understand why. So the Canadiens haven't even advanced to the next round yet as the last Canadian team left. They can do so tonight against the Tampa Bay Lightning. Also tonight, Allie, again, we have 6 do-or-die games tonight.
Yeah.
In the NBA and NHL.
So exciting.
I don't know how many TVs and phones do you need to be able to watch all of this?
Yeah, you're going to need the multi-screen view
it's
and
like
all
March
that.
Madness
Right.
for professionals.
Yeah.
The Sabres play the Bruins tonight. My Sabres, a chance to finish off that series. And then you get the Knights versus the Mammoth as well, with the Mammoth trying to avoid elimination. Allie, is Canada ever going to win a Stanley Cup?
I don't know. I do like the Montreal Canadiens. I mean, it'd be really cool if they could make it to the second round.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see what happens there.
They were the last Canadian team to win a cup.
Okay.
1993. And they're my dad's favorite team.
Right. Your dad roots for the Canadians.
And I'm so torn on it because I do kind of want Canada to get a Stanley Cup one day.
But if they have to play the Sabres.
Yeah, right. If they win, if they would face off in the next round.
Yeah.
And also, like, I kind of want my dad to be happy in a way.
But you kind of don't want him to.
Also, he was alive when the Canadians won it.
When did they win it, you said?
In 1993.
Okay.
And they also won a bajillion before that. They're like the Yankees of hockey until 1993. And so he's seen them win numerous Stanley Cups.
Oh, man. Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. I can't root for them. Sorry.
Yeah.
If they're the Yankees, yeah, no shot am I rooting for them.
I don't know if they're the Yankees certainly not now.
Well, the Yankees haven't won a World Series in a long time.
That is true. So yeah, they're the Yankees. I feel like and this was a topic in my family group chat of the Sabres are trying to like become Canada's team maybe.
Okay.
Because at their last home game, they had the American anthem and the Canadian anthem.
No way.
Even though obviously the game's in the United States and both teams are Americans. So
Buffalo, what are you doing?
they're trying to take up the mantle. They need Canada's support. So
even if they do win the Stanley Cup, it won't count for Canada.
It won't count, but I'll count it. I'll count it.
I think my new team that I'm cheering on for since obviously my Blue Jackets didn't make it, but the team that I've been gravitating towards, the Minnesota Wild.
I like the Wild, too. If it had to be somebody that's not the Sabres, I'm into the Wild.
Yeah, and they're in the Western Conference, so you wouldn't have to play them,
Right.
So you can cheer them on, too.
Minnesota is the state of hockey.
It is.
It's there. What else are you supposed to do there in the winter?
Yeah,
So.
and if you are a casual fan and just watched Olympic hockey recently, Quinn Hughes, big star for the Wild.
Right.
And so
He had a big game last night.
Yeah, he did. And so, I feel like they're the team that I've been gravitating towards the most. I thought it was going to be Anaheim because I love them with the history of, the Mighty Ducks movies and all of that. But I think it's actually going to be the Wild that I'm cheering for. Because I had picked the Oilers and they obviously just got eliminated.
Talking about jerseys, too, going back to the Ducks and how bad theirs are, the opposite is the Wild may have the best jerseys, the best uniforms in all of sports.
It's an underrated pick, but they look sick.
They look there, and look at their logo, and there's so much. I don't know, sublimation or whatever. Oh, it's just, I love it. I love it. If I wasn't already a Sabres fan, I would have been a Wild fan. I really think that's true.
Nice.
Hopefully the Sabres close out the Bruins tonight, and we can avoid a Game 7 in that series, because I don't know if my heart can take it. Get your popcorn ready. It's the Friday tradition, the weekend watch list right here on RadioU, letting you know about which new movies you could be watching in theaters and at home. Buckle up, because we've got 5 new releases this weekend, all worthy of some attention in different ways.
I'm so excited, I'm choking.
I know. I saw you over there. You're struggling. All right, let's start with The Devil Wears Prada.
Yeah.
2.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with the band.
No.
Miranda Priestley struggles against Emily Carlton. How do you say it? I've never seen it.
I think it's Carlton.
Her former assistant turned rival executive as they compete for advertising revenue amid declining print media while Miranda nears retirement. The Devil Wears Prada 2 is now in theaters. It has a 79% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay.
Sarah Michelle Fetters of MovieFreak.com says the new film is a pleasant visit with old friends. Just don't go into it anticipating anything more than that. So for people like me that haven't seen the first Devil Wears Prada, it sounds like completely unnecessary to watch this.
Yeah, I'm very excited for it because I love the first one, so I am planning to go see it.
Did you see how Meryl Streep was going to do it, but she turned down the people offering her so that they would double her pay, basically.
She turned down the movie?
She turned it down, like sincerely turned it down.
I did not see that.
But only to get a
bigger paycheck.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean,
and it worked, because how could you do Devil Wears Prada?
Hey, girl, get your bag, I guess.
I won't be watching that, but I could be intrigued by this. Hokum, starring Adam Scott, not the golfer, when novelist Olm Bauman retreats to a remote inn to scatter his parents' ashes, he's consumed by tales of a witch that haunts the honeymoon suite. Soon, disturbing visions and a shocking disappearance force him to confront dark corners of his past.
So it's a horror movie?
It is. Hokum is now in theaters. 89% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Dang.
And Randy Myers of the San Jose Mercury News says, Hokum works and weaves a weird spell that might not spook you so much as haunt you later as you replay how the puzzle pieces fit together.
Is this A24? It feels A24 to me.
It could. I'm not sure about that, but I wouldn't be surprised. And I thought the trailer looked really spooky.
I have not heard of this one.
In a way that I'm intrigued. Like I might be able to either fight through my scaredness or, maybe it's not as scary. Like
the idea
Randy
of
Myers
Adam
mentioned.
Scott being in a horror movie does make me excited.
Yeah, because Severance it's not horror, but it's like, sci-fi, just like suspense.
I haven't watched him in that because I don't have Apple TV, so I haven't got to see that side of him very much. So I'm excited to maybe check this one out.
He's definitely got it in him. Also out in theaters this weekend, Animal Farm. I know you've seen the trailer for this.
Yes.
From Andy's Circus. You know the story of Animal Farm. Cows, horses, sheep, and other animals fight for equal rights when a group of pigs seizes power on a farm.
Yep.
Animal Farm is now in theaters. It has a 22% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, stab George Orwell in the back.
I like what Kyle Smith of the Wall Street Journal, one of our favorite critics, says. He says, as a comedy, this movie is feeble. And as an allegory for the socioeconomically literate, it is heavy-handed. In line with a lot of other animated features these days, it stumbles towards a hectic but dull climax.
That's really sad, considering the book is so good.
Right? Yeah, it's an important story, but one that apparently is hard to tell in movie form. Especially if you're trying to market it to children.
Yes, exactly. Obviously, I feel like all of us read it quite young for school and whatnot, but the way it's marketed and the way it's animated
for school.
Yeah. And that's what I mean. Like it feels like they were trying to make Animal Farm in this movie like Charlotte's Web, which Charlotte's Web was still something that sometimes you would read in school, but it's like Animal Farm was not Charlotte's Web, All
right, hang on. We've never done this before. We have 2 more movies to get to.
We got a part 2.
We're having Weekend Watch List Part 2 coming up after, and trust me, these movies are worth waiting for. We are doing our first ever 2-part Weekend Watch List because there's so many movies this weekend.
Yeah.
The Devil Wears Prada 2 is going to be number 1 at the box office, but that's not for everybody, for sure.
Yeah, rom-coms aren't for everyone.
Yeah, that's a specific taste, even though a lot of people seem to have that specific taste. There's a lot of other options this weekend as we head into summer movie season. We also covered already Hokum, the horror movie with Adam Scott, and Animal Farm, which probably nobody should waste their time seeing. But there are 3 other movies three other movies that we need to get to.
Yeah, initially we said 2, but now we actually have 3.
Yeah, so this movie I initially left off, but then who is this guy that texted in and said he was seeing it? Jacob texted in and said he was seeing Deep Water tonight.
Okay.
And when I saw this, I thought it was a re-release or whatever of a movie that came out in the past.
Yeah, there is a movie from 2022 with Ben Affleck that's called Deep Water, but this is completely separate.
Okay, yeah, this is new, starring Aaron Eckhart, Ben Kingsley, and others. It's in theaters now. Deep Water. Deep Water is the story of terror strikes when a flight from Los Angeles to Shanghai goes down in the Pacific Ocean. Stuck on a sinking plane, survivors soon find themselves in a fight for their lives as man-eating sharks start to circle the wreckage.
Oh no, shark movie. Shark bait.
Deep Water is now in theaters. It has an 80% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Whoa, that's not bad for a shark movie.
And William Bibiani, our favorite critic from The Wrap,
we love you, William.
It's easy to forgive cheap aesthetics and a rushed finale when the middle of the flick, the shark-tastic bloodletting where no character is safe, is such a hoot.
Oh, it's a hoot.
Yeah.
What a good use of that word,
I
William.
want to see a hoot.
Sounds like a great summer movie.
Now we're up to 4 movies you can see this weekend that are new. How about 5? We're not going to ignore the anime, Allie.
Okay.
This weekend in theaters, The Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime, the movie, Tears of the Azure Sea.
I love anime, man.
Rimuru and his companions encounter a mysterious woman while visiting the Celestial Emperor Amnesia's private island.
Okay.
This is
Private Island.
English dub of a Japanese anime movie. It's out this weekend. Nicholas Rippold of the New York Times says, a diverting dip into the anime sea.
Diverting dip.
And
What is happening?
Finally, the last movie you could see that's new this weekend is called Swapped. A small woodland creature and a majestic bird, 2 natural sworn enemies of the valley, magically trade places and set off on an adventure of a lifetime.
That sounds so boring. I'm sorry.
It's an animated movie on Netflix.
Okay.
Swapped is now on Netflix. It stars, who are the people it stars? It actually had like people Michael B. Jordan and Juno Temple and Tracy Morgan and Cedric the Entertainer.
I know 3 of the 4 of those people.
Juno Temple is from, she's in a lot of things, but I'm assuming that's the one you don't know.
Yes, that's correct.
The review from Grant Hermans of Screen Rant says, Swapped is not merely bound to be forgotten. It's also one of Netflix's worst animated movies yet.
Oh, okay.
Michael B. Jordan goes from Sinners
To that.
to one of the worst animated movies ever on
That
Netflix,
had to have been a
which
favor,
is
right?
saying something.
That had to have been a favor of his. Like, they were like, we need a voice for this. We need somebody to do this. And he's like, all right, I can do it.
One for you, one for me.
Yeah.
All right, we know Jacob is seeing Deepwater and Hokum tonight. What are you seeing this weekend? Now you've heard all 6 options. Also, Wuthering Heights now on HBO Max. If you are into that sort of thing, let us know what you're watching at 8772 Radio U or with the talkback button in the RadioU app. It's your weekend watch list. We'll see you at the movies. Shout out to 7th grader Ben Warren from Wichita, Kansas. Ben Warren reportedly watched 13,000 YouTube videos from December of 2024 through February of 2025. So 3-month period. On his school Google account during school.
Oh, no, Ben, no.
8772 Radio U or the talkback button in the RadioU app. 13,000 videos watched. So he was just scrolling through. He's watched every short on YouTube. And he did it in a 3-month span.
Oh, my goodness.
And keep in mind, think about this.
Oh.
Remember the dates. December of 2024 through February of 2025. That means winter break was in there too.
Yeah.
And probably some snow days.
Yeah.
So he would have watched even more if he was at school more.
Oh, my gosh. At school, how did he get away with this?
Yeah.
13,000 videos?
Yeah.
I don't know if I've watched 13,000 YouTube videos in my entire life.
Yeah, right?
That's insane.
That is, it's one of those things where I'm not even mad, I'm impressed. This is because when I was in school and I was homeschooled, so it's not the same, but like I did everything to not actually do school. And so this child is very much like me.
This child is very much like any other child.
If I had this opportunity, I mean, I watched as much TV and stuff as I could get away with when I was supposed to be doing schoolwork. So if I was in his shoes, I can't say I would do anything different.
I'm shocked that this wasn't caught. Like, it's on the school Google account.
Yeah.
So that means there's obviously a history they can go back and look and see. And no one caught this before 13,000 videos had been watched.
He must have been doing pretty good at his school. He must be smart.
He must be.
Yeah.
Maybe school's boring for him.
Yes, he's like a genius.
Yes, he's a genius, and, he's actually watching, like, crash course videos, to learn even more.
Or He's one of those like tortured minds, like some people that are geniuses, like they just can't, there's not enough stimulation in the world for them.
Yep.
And so that's why he's going through so many videos. He's like watching, he's like, no, boring.
Yeah, he just is moving to the next thing.
That can match his intellect.
That's kind of what I wondered. I was like, maybe he's like either that or he's got like ADHD or ADD and just is not even finishing the videos. Yeah. He's just moving on to the next one super fast.
Here's what's crazy to think about, Allie, is that he may not even have like the record for the most YouTube videos watched at school during school.
Who has that record?
Well, we have another anonymous 10th grader in Oregon, according to the Wall Street Journal, that was able to log 200 video views in one morning last month.
Oh no!
At school.
Again, are those shorts?
They have to be.
Yeah,
they have to.
They have to be not actual full length videos.
But even if like how long? Let's say 30 seconds, 200 videos, 30 seconds each. Do the math on that. That would be 600 seconds. So that's only 10 minutes.
Okay. Right? I don't know the math. You're talking too many numbers flying through my head at one time.
That'd be not 10 minutes. That'd be 100 minutes.
Okay. I have no idea.
Which is still an hour 40. So yeah, you could do that if they were 30 seconds on average.
Yeah,
sure.
And if you're just scrolling by and not watching all the way through. Yeah. But honestly, I've wondered who's actually watching YouTube Shorts. Have you ever tried to watch YouTube Shorts? It's terrible.
There's some accounts I follow. When they post a short, I'll usually watch it, but I never scroll through.
Yeah,
shorts.
If you try and scroll through YouTube Shorts, it is absolutely awful.
I also have another student, also in Oregon, that watched 240 minutes worth of YouTube, which is 4 hours. That's thankfully spelled out for me here, in one day.
In one day.
Yeah.
That's not so bad.
That's half your school day.
Well, okay. Oh, yeah, at school. Sorry, I thought meant like 24 hours.
No, yeah. I mean, 204 hours of YouTube. Yeah. I've done that every weekend.
In school. This is why we shouldn't have, computers and phones at the desks at school.
Maybe the videos were educational.
Again, crash course through history.
Maybe it was Coyote Peterson or something. The allure of Pokemon cards proved to be too much for one man in California this week. 8772 RadioU. Talkback button in the new RadioU app. This man was arrested after camping out inside a Best Buy that was closed.
Oh, no.
He camped overnight, stayed inside in hopes of being first in line to get a new drop of Pokemon cards in the morning.
Oh, gosh. That's not good. But yeah, we've seen people profiting off of the Pokemon cards recently, paying for weddings and such. So I don't blame people for getting a little desperate.
They'll go to extreme lengths, but this guy is paying the price because what he did went all the way to being illegal. His name is Patrick Keys. He stayed overnight in a locked Best Buy in Pasadena, California.
Oh, Patrick.
He was discovered on Wednesday morning. Allie, he's 45 years old.
Patrick, no! No, Patrick, you're just making it worse.
I really thought that if it was like, a young adult, that if it's a pass. But
a little more acceptable.
Either he's too old for these things because you just got to grow up in Pokemon, move on.
Yep.
Or he's doing this, and I think this is more likely, he's just trying to buy these to resell them and make money off of it.
Yeah.
In which case he's just, kind of greedy and ruining a fandom for people that would be, the actual fans.
For children?
Yeah, that's right.
For children that want the cards, Patrick? What are you doing?
Think about the children.
Think of the children, Patrick.
So while many other big Pokemon fans waited outside overnight for this Pokemon card drop, meanwhile, Patrick Keys was inside the Best Buy.
Just waiting.
Yes,
waiting for it to open. Okay, here's the funny part to me. Patrick decides to, it's basically breaking and entering.
Yes, yeah.
But he's not going to steal the cards.
Right.
He's going to buy them.
Yes, of course.
Patrick, what are you thinking?
Maybe he was thinking of what we say, don't fly too close to the sun. And he was also probably thinking, it's a victimless crime if I stay overnight. I'm not hurting anybody. But if I steal them, he's a criminal with some principles.
Yeah, he's a half-law follower.
Yeah.
He follows some laws and others he ignores.
Yeah.
That's the part that's killing me.
Well, the other thing that kills me is if he wasn't going to steal them, I actually think that this could actually get him further back in the line. Like, it would be worse off than him just waiting in line.
Yeah.
Because he has to stay hidden until they open the doors, right?
Right.
Or they're going to see him and they're going to be like, how did you get in here?
Yeah, like that was really fast.
So,
Where'd you come from?
Like, on the face of it, it seems like it could be a good plan, but after you, like, give it a little bit of thought, it's like, no, you actually probably were better off. Obviously better off because you weren't committing a crime if you stayed outside
Right.
and waited. But disregarding that, still, I think you might have gotten a chance to get to the cards earlier if you just followed the rules.
Yeah, it was doomed from the start, Patrick. What were you thinking, buddy?
Maybe this is rock bottom for him.
This feels like midlife crisis.
And yeah.
It feels like a midlife crisis.
He calls his mom, I'm in jail for camping overnight in a Best Buy
We're
to try to get Pokemon
trying to be
cards.
number one at buying Pokemon
Yeah,
cards.
when he realized, like, do I even want to tell mom this? Maybe this is time to change. It's
I
time
didn't
to
even
move
try
on.
to steal them. I just wanted to be first in
Yeah.
line to buy them.
The Kentucky Derby is this weekend, Allie. 8772 Radio U or the talkback button in the Radio U app. And I have a list here of horses.
Okay.
Some are real that will be in the Kentucky Derby on Saturday tomorrow.
Okay.
Some are not. And I want everyone to play along at home or in the car, wherever you can play along, and just tell all you need to do to play along. Is this a real horse in the race?
Or made up.
Or is it made up? Here we go. We got a lot of these because we should be able to go fast. Like,
Okay.
just rapid fire. Here we go. Horse number 1.
Albus.
Albus. I'll say fake.
Incorrect. Albus is in the race.
Albus is real.
Albus is in the race.
ALBUS?
BOS.
OS.
Yeah.
Okay.
Albus is a real horse. 0 for 1. All right, here we go.
Kern.
Kern.
Yes, is Kern a real horse?
I'll say yes.
Kern's not a real horse. That'd be ridiculous.
Dang it, Kern.
Yeah.
Let me down, Kern.
There's no Kern in the Kentucky Derby.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Okay, we got to lock in here.
Yeah, seriously. 0 for 2.
Fun butter.
Fun butter? I feel like you made that up. Yeah.
You are correct.
That
Fun
sounds like
butters.
something you would come up with.
Yeah, it is. It's exactly something I would come up with. Okay, you got one right. You're off the schneid now.
All right, let's go.
We're doing real or fake Kentucky Derby horses next up.
Second gospel.
Second Gospel. That is a sick name. I hope that's true. No.
No.
Oh, I don't know why,
That
but I
one-
kind of want that to be a real horse.
I think that's the only one I let ChatGPT make up. But that is a cool. That
That's
would
a
actually
cool
be a name.
name.
Second Gospel. What does that even mean?
I don't know, but I
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah. But, so any Kentucky Derby horse owners, if you need to
If
name
you
a
need a
horse.
name suggestion,
Yeah. All right. Next up.
The puma.
the Puma? I'll say real.
That is correct.
Okay.
The Puma is not only real, and it's the Puma, by the way.
Yeah.
Not only real, but that is the horse that there's talk
Projected
of.
to win?
No, well, it's one of the favorites, one of the sharp sides.
Yeah.
But it's also very public because Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift reportedly have an investment
In the
in
Puma.
the Puma.
I kind of like it. The Puma,
Yeah.
it's a cat, and so it's fast.
Speedy,
You
yep,
know?
quick reflexes.
Yeah.
I like the name the Puma. So that's a good one.
Yeah.
Next up.
Chief wallaby.
Chief Wallaby. I want it to be real, but I think it's fake. It's real.
That's another one of the favorites to win.
Let's go, Chief Wallaby.
Chief Wallaby.
Now I want Chief Wallaby to win.
Over the Puma?
Yeah.
Okay, next real or fake Kentucky Derby horse?
Lunch money Lewis.
Lunch Money Lewis. I'm gonna say fake. He's real?
No, he's fake. I
Okay.
hit the wrong button.
Okay. Also, is Chief Wallaby an Australian horse from Australia?
I don't know that. I don't think they usually have Australian horses in the Kentucky Derby.
Okay.
It's mostly either United States and now Japan and like the Middle East.
Okay.
I don't think Australia.
Wallaby just sounds so Australian
Yeah.
to me. So, okay.
I don't
Cool.
know if the names ever mean anything.
Yeah. They could be inspired by literally anything.
They mean things, but not that directly.
Yeah.
Lunch Money Lewis was fake. He put out a song called Bills. He was a musician. I
That
always
was
thought.
a musician.
Yeah,
Okay.
from Yes, an artist. Okay, I have two more.
Wash and Whiskey.
Wash and Whiskey. I'm going to say real. No?
That was my favorite one.
No.
Because there's always a horse in the Kentucky Derby that has like alcohol in the name.
You know, Kentucky, they're kind of known for that.
So there is, but it's not Wash and Whiskey.
What is it?
Even though that sounds like a cool name too. It's Dan on Bourbon.
Dan on Bourbon.
And that is another one of the favorites.
Okay.
So like I gave you the three favorite, and then Emerging Market is the other favorite, which we didn't put in.
Emerging Market,
Yeah.
you should have put that in. That's a crazy name.
Last one, is this a real or fake Kentucky Derby horse this weekend?
Wonder Dean.
Wonder Dean. Oh, again, I kind of want this to be real.
Is that your final answer?
I feel like it's not. It's real?
Wonder Dean is a real horse.
Oh, good
It's
job,
in the
Wonder
Kentucky Derby
Dean.
this weekend.
It's not a favorite, though?
No, it's not a favorite.
Okay.
The Kentucky Derby, I always
Is it
feel.
wonder as in wondering or wandering?
Oh, it's with an O.
Okay.
So yeah, like kind of like Wonder Man.
Yeah.
But Wonder Dean.
Wonder Dean.
I noticed, I was looking back through the Kentucky Derby, and there's always weird horse names in it.
Yeah.
But the weird horses never win.
Really?
Yeah. So I think that goes to, like, I think the Puma is probably not going to win based off of that.
Well, I feel like all the names that we mentioned for the favorites are a little off. Like, they're a little weird
Yeah.
and quirky. Chief Wallaby? Like,
Chief Wallaby's not winning. There's no chance.
What? I thought
Even
you
though
said
he's
it was a favorite.
He is a favorite, but you can't win
so
the Kentucky
Chief
Derby with a name
Wallaby,
like
Emerging Market.
Yeah.
You think Emerging Market's not a weird name?
that. I think that's normal enough to win.
So you think you're putting your money behind Emerging
It
Market?
might be behind Emerging Market or Dan on Bourbon, because that sounds like a Kentucky Derby winning.
It does,
name.
but all these names sound a little quirky to me. So
Yeah. There was a winner. The weirdest name I found for a winner, Orb.
Orb.
Yeah.
We have a T-shirt named The Orb. Thanks for listening to the RadioU podcast. Don't forget to rate and review the show.